Good morning, everybody. Andy here with the Andy Show with a quick update. We have 4,544,046,922 in our trading account, 266,473,245 in our cash account, and you can see all the latest prices. This is as of April 23rd, 2025, and not a lot of change, but it is moving back up even slightly, which is a good thing. We had just under 5 billion market value. It dropped down to about 4.2 billion, and it's climbing back up slowly but surely. Of course, that's not what we're waiting on. We're waiting on a rate change, and they are appearing to do a lot of things to accomplish that goal. And I wanted to share with you some information that I received Sunday. I just haven't had a chance to do a video yet, but here it is, Wednesday, and we are going to take a look at this. This is from our brokerage firm, and is titled Iraq's Banking Sector Reboot. Central Bank Drives Sweeping Reforms. Comprehensive News Report, Private Banking Sector Reform Project in Iraq. The central bank in Iraq, with full support from the Iraqi government and in collaboration with global consulting firm Oliver Wyman, has officially launched a comprehensive reform project aimed at restructuring and modernizing the private banking sector in Iraq. This initiative seeks to align the country's banking system with international standards, boost sector efficiency, and restore investor and public confidence. The reform plan represents a strategic vision jointly developed by the central bank, the government, and the private banking sector, and is designed to build a modern, resilient, and sustainable banking system. The overarching objective is to support economic growth, expand financial inclusion, and deliver sustainable and attractive returns for shareholders and investors. The key objectives of the reform plan. The project is built around three core objectives. 1. Expanding and deepening financial inclusion across Iraq. 2. Enhancing the efficiency and productivity of the private banking sector. 3. Creating a competitive and fair market environment while strengthening the sector's resilience to economic and financial shocks. Structural and financial reforms. The program will be accompanied by a series of modernization projects, including upgrading financial infrastructure and expanding the branch and ATM network, developing digital payment systems to offer fast and reliable services, streamlining compliance with anti-money laundering, AML, and counter-terrorism financing, CTF, regulations, implementing a digital identity system to enhance verification and compliance, launching financial awareness campaigns to rebuild public trust in banks. Key banking standards and compliance framework. The central bank emphasized that the success of the reform hinges on mandatory compliance by all private banks with a new set of standards divided into four main categories. 1. Ownership and governance. Strict ownership limits to prevent excessive control or concentration, 10% cap for individuals and corporations, 20% exception cap with strong justification and proven track record, 60% cap for qualified institutional investors with at least 5% ownership. Ownership will be aggregated if parties are connected in a way that may lead to coordinated control. Establishing independent and competent boards of directors with mandatory fitness and probity checks for key executive positions. conducting intensive due diligence on major shareholders to ensure integrity and transparency. Number 2, business model sustainability. Banks must adopt sustainable and viable business models supported by detailed business plans aligned with strategic goals, organizational structures, operational strategies, and technology adoption, ensuring that core banking services and products are aligned with the needs of the Iraqi economy and its citizens. Financial metrics, maintaining minimal capital adequacy ratios of 12.5%, ensuring liquidity coverage ratios of at least 100%, building financial resilience to withstand market shocks. 4, risk and regulatory compliance, adopting global best practices in compliance, particularly in AML-CTF frameworks, to protect the sector from financial crimes, enhancing transparency in reporting and audits, including oversight of related party transactions by accredited external auditors. Reform process and timeline. The reform will follow a multi-phase implementation plan. All private banks will undergo periodic evaluations to assess their compliance with the new standards. The first evaluation cycle is scheduled for Q1 2026. In the coming months, the central bank will issue formal circulars that outline the reform standards and detailed timelines, along with launching workshops and technical support programs to prepare banks for the assessment phase. All licensed private banks will be formally requested to confirm their participation in the reform process. The central bank has reaffirmed its full commitment to working closely with stakeholders to pave the way for a stronger and more inclusive financial system. Strategic paths for banks. The reform project offers banks 3 strategic options. Internal development, comply with standards through internal improvements, mergers and consolidation, join forces with other banks to form stronger entities, exit the sector through sale or orderly liquidation for those unable to comply. Impact on the Iraqi Stock Exchange. The reform is anticipated to directly impact listed banking stocks on the Iraqi Stock Exchange. Key expected outcomes include increased investor confidence, especially from foreign institutions, boost in M&A activity, potentially improving share prices and market activity, better governance and transparency, making banks more attractive for investment, downward pressure on underperforming banks that fail to meet new requirements. In conclusion, this ambitious reform initiative by the Central Bank of Iraq marks a turning point in the evolution of the Iraqi financial sector. It is not a corrective measure, but a transformative step toward building a modern, transparent, and globally integrated banking system that supports sustainable development. With strong government backing and full cooperation from the private sector, the project aims to establish a resilient, trustworthy, and growth-oriented banking environment, opening new doors for both domestic and international investors. So what this is telling us is that they are steadily making changes, not only in banking, but in the entire Iraqi government. They are working hard to become an international player, and they aren't going to do this with a value of their dinar at under 1,000th of a cent. Okay, so people get prepared. I don't know how much longer this is going to take. We've waited and we've waited, but again, our patience will pay off. So hang in there. Again, we're sitting at 4,544,046,922, and hopefully this will continue to increase as they implement the changes they're talking about. Our three banks, BGUC, BMNS, and BBOB. So keep an eye on those as they will continue to grow. It's a short update, and I just wanted to bring you that information that we got from our broker. Beyond that, I don't really have any other big news for you. Just expect a continued shakeup across the finances and the financial economy over the next few months. There are big changes about to happen, not just in Iraq, but worldwide. And we're gonna see a lot of changes coming soon. Most for the better, I hope. Anyway, that's it for me. I will talk to you soon. I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care, and we will talk again soon. God bless you all.